What does it mean to go into the darkness? Turn the dark into light, from dark to light, radiating your light, shining your light into the darkness, allowing the dark to find their own space of light within them and help it grow. Helping others who are down in life or who are in a dark place to brighten their light, to raise their frequency. Love is light. God is love. God is light, the white light of Source. Everyone that you show love to, whether it's helping them in some way or being kind to them, every time that you project the frequency of love towards others creates a ripple effect. It raises the vibration of the person you were kind to or showed love to, which then raises their vibration and frequency that they project onto others. And when I say others, I don't even mean just other humans, but all things, plants, animals, insects, even the water you drink. Because your projection of your frequency and energy that you are projecting affects everything around you, even the water and food that you eat. Have you ever had one of your plant babies die or not thrive, even though you gave it sunlight and fed it water and food that it needs? Was there some sort of negativity surrounding the plant at the time? Perhaps family members not getting along, arguing, yelling. A projection of low negative energy in the environment of the plant. Or perhaps someone is depressed. The exchange of frequency flows in both directions. How many of you have had a pet dog who, no matter how low or depressed you are or were or sad, your dog was there for you no matter what, and they were a big part in helping you feel better? No matter what, your pet dog was or is always there for you with unconditional love and comfort to you. When a pet dog passes away, one of the things we remember and cherish the most is the unconditional love that they gave us. Are you projecting unconditional love? We can all strive to show more love and compassion to others. God is love. When people gather in prayer and praise God in a place of worship, this raises the frequency of everyone and everything in that space. It makes you feel good. A spiritual battle is taking place right now. It has been ongoing now for so long. But as the battle has intensified the last couple of years, the darkness has tried very hard to overshadow the light. They tried to force us apart by brainwashing people to fear others, punishing, and even incarcerating those who saw through the lies, who didn't follow blindly, who were not afraid of an imaginary illness, who stood up for what they knew was right. They divided the people in so many ways and still continue to do so. They created division with fear and anger using race, religion, banning religious gathering, and many other ways. Instead of embracing diversity and using diversity to learn from one another and gain knowledge for the collective as a whole, they use these beautiful diversities to keep us divided, because together, just like in a place of worship, together we are powerful. When we unite instead of divide, we win. When we unite, we achieve incredible results. We create, miracles happen. We create joy and happiness. The more love we project, the more joy we create for all. The darkness feeds on negativity, whereas the light shines brighter from positivity. These dark entities feed off of our misery. The more division, the more anger, fear, negativity that we project, the more we are fueling the dark side to overshadow the light. We must exchange this division and projection of anger towards one another for diversity and understanding. Be open to learning from each other. If you are a closed book and not willing to learn from others, then you are stunting your own growth and become stagnant. Learn from others and allow others to learn from you, but don't force your beliefs onto others. Everyone is on their own journey to discovery, their own path. So each individual needs to find what it is they are looking for themselves. This is a huge lesson that I had to learn myself, because when you discover something that can wake people up out of their slumber, out of a lie, and you discover truth that they've been lied to, then naturally you want to share your discoveries with everyone, especially the people close to your heart, because you know they've been lied to. But human nature doesn't work in that way. When I learned about nutritional oncology and how it could save so many people who put their trust in the allopathic medical system that is killing so many people, I tried to pass this info on to loved ones who were sick, but many didn't listen. And it was heartbreaking to witness family members suffering and die when I knew of treatments out there that could save them. In fact, this is happening right now, even with my dad right now. I know in my heart of treatment that could help him with his serious health condition, and he won't let me help him. And it's so heartbreaking to me that I have to see him suffer when I know that I can help him and improve his life. I know the allopathic health system and the advice he's been given is killing him, and there is nothing I can do about it because he is in charge of his own free will and his decisions for his health and himself. And I have to respect his choices and his choice to put his faith in the people who he thinks are helping him, even though I believe it's making his condition worse. It's heartbreaking. But everyone is on their own journey, and you can't force your beliefs onto others. How many times have you given someone advice and they don't take your advice? They listen to your advice, but they don't take it. Again, human nature is to find our own answers to what we are searching for. It's the human condition that keeps us apart. Everybody's got a story that'll break your heart. Everybody's Got a Story by Amanda Marshall. All you can do is provide the information for those searching for the answers. Those who listen don't always follow. If you try and shove it down someone's throat who isn't searching or who isn't open to looking outside of the box, then it won't work. All you can do with this knowledge is share it with those who want to learn, or plant seeds, or create conversations with people and ask them questions about their own journey that may plant seeds for them that makes them start to ask their own questions and search for their own answers. There's this quote that I love, and I know I mention this quote a lot, but it's so important to point out that nobody here on this earth having a human experience in these meat suits or avatars know everything there is to know or hold all of the knowledge. The quote is, "The more I learn, the more I realize how much I don't know," by Albert Einstein. No one individual on this earth holds all the knowledge, except perhaps, maybe Source, the Creator, God. But as a collective, look at how much knowledge we possess as a collective. It's incredible. Together we stand, divided we fall. There will be people who listen to me speak on here and think what I have to say is dumb. And you know, it's really fine, because we are all on our own journey. This is my journey. You're on your journey. We will all have differences. No two people on earth would possibly agree on absolutely everything. You may have a lot of the same beliefs as someone else, but is it really possible to see eye to eye on everything? If we did, then would there even be anything to learn from each other if the collective all had the same opinions, beliefs, and thoughts and knowledge about everything? Would uniqueness even exist? Or can we look at diversity as a beautiful thing and an opportunity to learn from one another instead of allowing diversity to divide us? So what does all of this have to do with fighting the darkness or going into the darkness? Everything. Let me explain. When you show compassion and love for the darkness, you are projecting your light, your positivity, and pouring love into the darkness. What happens when you light a candle in a pitch black room? It lightens the room and allows you to see. The darkness lightens, making it less dark, lighting the darkness, less dark. Get it? The same goes for how we treat others. If you're an eye for an eye type of person, you are feeding the darkness and dimming your own light in the process. Now, don't get me wrong, defending yourself and setting boundaries is not the same. You can protect yourself and set boundaries and protect your own light without having to project negativity towards others. Sometimes this can be really hard because we are emotional beings, and when emotion overwhelms us, our emotions are hard to process sometimes, and while we are overflowing with emotions of hurt, anger, and sadness, these emotions can take over and we end up projecting harmful words and negativity onto others. We're human. It's going to happen to all of us, and it does happen to all of us. And that's where forgiveness plays an important role. We all make mistakes, and we're all going to keep making mistakes. It's going to happen. It's part of human nature. But forgiveness is the key to overcoming our mistakes or wrongdoings and repairing the negative projections that result from our mistakes or wrongdoings. If you've treated someone poorly, don't be afraid to ask for forgiveness. Too often, pride can get in the way of admitting to our mistakes and asking for forgiveness. If you were wrong and you know you were wrong, admitting it and recognizing that you were wrong is the first step. Asking for forgiveness is next. Forgive others for their wrongdoings. for what they have done to you that hurt you, and forgive yourself. Forgiveness is the key to making things right when we've done something wrong. Put your ego aside. Ask for forgiveness. Forgive others and forgive yourself. Forgiving others and forgiving yourself frees you from the internal feelings of negativity like guilt, anger, and grief, sadness, that will set you free and allow you to move forward. It doesn't mean that you have to have a relationship or be friends with that person. It just means that you are able to release those feelings of anger, sadness, and hurt that you are feeling inside towards that person. It is important to release negative feelings of lower frequency in order for your physical body and your mind and soul to vibrate at a higher frequency in order to be happy, joyous, and also to be healthy. Disease and illness thrives on low negative frequency, and high frequencies and the frequencies of love heal us. Disease cannot thrive at a high frequency. So this is another example of what it means to go into the darkness and flood the darkness with light. Everything I just spoke of is a reminder to all of us, including myself. None of us are perfect, or are we? What defines perfection anyway? Is it striving to be the best we can be? Or are we already perfectly imperfect with all of our imperfections? Or is love perfect? Is the frequency of love and God perfection? Or is being perfect a healthy, balanced ecosystem, an equilibrium of finding harmony from diversity? That's a question I cannot define for you, that you yourself on your own personal journey can think about and decide for yourself. Thank you for listening, and much love to you all. Love, Shannon.